Hi everyone, it has been a long time. As you know, the previous weekend was a long holiday weekend, and the weekend before that, if you watched my last video, you'll know that I was at Anime NYC, so I was kind of busy the entire weekend cosplaying, enjoying the panels and the convention. But I am so eager to come back to you today, and this video is a little bit inspired from what I experienced at Anime NYC 2 weeks ago, only because it was my first time going to a convention like that, and I was one of the lucky few to actually acquire tickets to a Yuki Hayashi concert. If you don't know who Yuki Hayashi is, if you're aware of My Hero Academia and see me sporting this My Hero Academia holiday sweater, I think Hanukkah started this week, so I was just like, let's just start wearing our holiday sweater. I'm getting sidetracked, my bad. But anyway, so sporting this My Hero Academia Christmas holiday sweater, whatever floats your boat, that I actually bought from Box Lunch. I'll post the link in the description below if you're interested in buying one. Just like, it's pretty dope, it's very cozy, and beats other holiday sweaters. And at the risk of continuing to ramble on, so Yuki Hayashi is a composer for My Hero Academia, which is a very popular anime right now, as well as Haikyuu, which is a volleyball anime. If you really like volleyball, I recommend you check that out. But essentially, the whole concert got me like really inspired to think about music in anime. Granted, if you watch any type of media, music is a big component of what drives audiences' emotions, or what you feel, or what you draw from whatever you're viewing. But in particular, I think that music within anime can really make or break a show, and can really, essentially make the show a large hit that it goes on to be. And I think that in this instance, My Hero Academia is a really good example. So with that being said, I'd like to just dive into actually some anime that have fantastic soundtracks. And when I talk about music, I don't mean the openers or the endings for anime shows, because those are also really popular. We could do another video on that too if you're interested, but today is specifically around music within the anime itself, and kind of any type of action moments or sad moments, or moments where the creators are trying to draw feelings or sentiments, or whatever intents and purposes of that moment is. They're really using music to drive that out of you. So with that being said, let's start. As I mentioned before, this is inspired by a concert that I attended by Yuki Hayashi. So it was basically a whole instrumental concert where they had visuals from the anime specifically, also attached to specific soundtracks that really symbolize some of the scenes that were playing on the screen. So it's safe to say that I lost my voice shouting and cheering for all the dope instrumental that was going on. And additionally, I received my Spotify Wrapped 2021. As you know, Spotify released that this past week, and not surprisingly enough, my number one genre is anime music, and then my number one artist for the year is Yuki Hayashi. So Yuki Hayashi, being the composer for My Hero Academia and Haikyuu, really got me through 2021. His music is very, I don't know if inspirational is the word. I don't know, it's very moving. I think when I do work, or I feel like I need to power through stuff, or actually even when I'm in the gym, I listen to a lot of his compositions. Maybe because it like brings me back to when I watch My Hero Academia, and My Hero Academia is one of those action shonen animes where there's a lot of fighting involved and a lot of physical strength sometimes that's required to get through difficulties and struggles, or fighting against villains. I'll definitely have to say that every time I think about My Hero Academia and Yuki Hayashi's music, there's this particular scene in season 4 where Midoriya is fighting Overhaul, and the thing is just like mind-blowing. And let me just show you like what the scene is. And now if you just listen to some of that music, and like there's not much going on, I guess you could say, within the scene. Like, yeah, there's a lot going on, but there isn't a lot of immediate movement that's happening. Regardless, you still feel like some sort of rise in emotions as you watch the scene develop and what you probably predict is about to happen, or as you see happen. It's music like that that really, I think, propels anime to a level of great popularity. Not only is the animation dope and beautiful, the storyline is kind of cool, but when you have that music behind it, sometimes it just like, I think that's what creates attachment to shows, and that's why we become like fanatics. And I think Naruto is another great example of that. Naruto is super popular, like wildly popular. I think I'm even underselling how popular it is just saying it. When I was at the convention, I think like every other person had a Naruto headband on, and there were tons of Naruto cosplays like all weekend long. But the music in Naruto is another one, and Naruto is a long enough show that they have created so many different compositions of music for all different sorts of scenes. Like, I'm talking about action scenes, sad scenes, and well, the action scenes can be broken down a lot more to just the different granularities of action that's going on, and all the different characters kind of have like music associated with them. And this kind of extends on to Boruto itself, since Boruto is a continuation of Naruto. So like this spectrum right here is referring to Naruto, Naruto Shippuden, and Boruto. And I think with Naruto, with there being so many fight scenes throughout the entire show, like music is very pivotal to kind of get the audience kind of pumped up for the fight. And I know I'm talking about a lot of different music today and soundtracks. If you want to hear more about some of the musical soundtracks, I actually have an anime instrumental playlist that you can listen to on Spotify. It's not like all the instrumentals, but it's some of my favorites that I've kind of had on repeat this year, and thus led to the reason why anime is my #1 genre. But yes, if you want to really check out and dig deep into some of the soundtracks that I'm talking about, please check it out. I would be completely remiss if I totally said or missed this specific one, and I think everyone's really excited for it to come back for its final part 2, or I don't even know how to say it. Basically, the part 2 of season 4, which is basically the final season of Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan's music is so dramatic. Like, the show itself is so dramatic that I cannot, like, if you've never seen Attack on Titan, just go watch it. Like, beyond the fact that it's kind of like crazy and gruesome, the storyline itself is just like so out there that you'll be shocked every turn of the way. Like, if you want to be surprised, watch Attack on Titan. But Attack on Titan's compositions are madness. It's completely insane. They have these crazy scenes where things are happening, and the music just like it's so deep. I don't know who they hire to like what orchestras or whatever, but these orchestras all deserve raises, because Attack on Titan is madness, but then the music comes in, and I think that's what makes it even more crazy. Like, you hear the music and you're watching the scene, and I kid you not, like, that show gives me heart palpitations. It made me feel so many things, like so much joy, so much sadness, so much frustration. And I don't think this could have been done without the music. Like, there's this particular, no, there's not even a particular, but there are a multitudes of scenes that will do that for you. But if I have to say, like, the most recent memory I have is this last scene of Attack on Titan from the very last episode that they aired, where there's like an invasion coming to Paradis. The music that drops at the end, I just was like, yo, this composer is a genius. Like, brilliant. Like, I don't know how he came up with this, but it's brilliant. Like, please, just watch the scene and listen to it. Didn't I tell you? So it's scenes like that just like, I think is what makes Attack on Titan so, I don't even know, I can't even put it into words. I think the music is amazing when you can't even put into words what it makes you feel. But I feel like I could feel what the characters were probably feeling in that moment. Not totally, because I don't live in a world with Titans, but you kind of get what I mean, right? Just like, and with Demon Slayer back. Demon Slayer also has some really nice soundtracks, some actually hauntingly beautiful soundtracks in my perspective. Demon Slayer is also another popular show. I think all of these shows that I'm mentioning are insanely popular, and you'll see the common theme here is the music. Not only music, they're cool shows too, but they have fantastic music soundtracks. And with Demon Slayer, I believe official season 2 starts this weekend, today. Actually, it's Sunday, but it starts today. And I actually just finished binging Mugen Train again, because they made it episodes. We can talk about that another time. But as I was watching it and listening to the music, and I'm watching Rengoku die again for the second time. R.I.P. Rengoku. Like, why would you do that to me, Demon Slayer? Are you just trying to destroy my soul? Like, I just met this guy, and what the hell? But the music that they're playing in his final scenes, while he's fighting upper rank demon, it just like draws so much. It literally drew tears out of my eyes. Like, I was bawling. I bawled the first time, and I cried the second time too. How is that possible? And it's only possible by the combination of some of the music that they're playing. I think without that music, I may not feel as much. And I kind of did a test. I muted the TV and watched the scene, and to see if I felt anything. Like, yeah, I kind of felt something, but then I unmuted the TV and I started listening to the musical composition in the background, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going through this again. Why am I watching this again? Like, just thinking about it and thinking about the music is making tears well up. Okay, let's not think about it, Mel. Let's continue going. Okay. So, it's scenes like that. Additionally, with the beautiful animation that they have going on, I would say Demon Slayer's animation is very unique in how they demonstrate Demon Slayer's abilities and their different elemental attacks. I think it's like so astonishing the way it's been created and animated. But with the music itself, it just like, I think that's what brings out this connection to the show for people. Others may say otherwise. There's a select few people in this universe that think Demon Slayer is overhyped. I'm not one of those people. I love Demon Slayer. I think it's at the right amount of hype. Not enough hype for there to be like 100 Nezukos and 50 Tanjiros and like 20 Inosuke's at a convention every single day. But it's good. I like it. It makes me feel a lot when I watch the show. I feel an emotional connection to it. And I don't think that would be it. I don't think that would be the case if there wasn't all this musical compositions that go with the show. And then there's another set of music from another show called Jujutsu Kaisen. I may have mentioned Jujutsu Kaisen in my last video. Please check it out. They've got some amazing female characters in that show. But Jujutsu Kaisen has like a really like cool instrumental vibe going with them. You know, they've got like different types of mixes, like in fight scenes. They've got like some classical elements. There's this one soundtrack that is also my #1 soundtrack from 2021, and I'll post a little photo of, you know, well, actually, let me just do it now. Like, here it is. This is my Spotify Wrapped for 2021. And as you can see here, all the different anime inspirations that, you know, you would not expect to see. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so one of the very top soundtracks that I listened to on constant repeat, I think Spotify said it was 178 times, was Megumi, I'm not gonna pronounce it right now, I'm sorry guys. Alright, I just had to come back because I couldn't leave myself without saying Fushiguro Megumi, or Megumi Fushiguro. Got it? Continue. But one of the characters, Megumi, he's a Jujutsu sorcerer, and it's basically, that's the title of the soundtrack. And there's a specific scene in the show. In which he's like fighting, and this soundtrack comes on, and when I heard that soundtrack, I was like, dude, I need to go find this scene on YouTube, Shazam it, and add this to my playlist, because this thing is beautiful. And then the scene itself is also just like lit. There's additionally some very haunting elemental music to the show that is incorporated within the soundtrack. The show is about, you know, curses and spirits, cursed spirits essentially, that are kind of like occulty. It's kind of occulty, is occulty even a word? But it's kind of like haunted in a sense, and they've definitely got that music instrumental like baked in within the show. And I think the music also goes to say that they've also got some really funny moments.
そして一般企業で働き気づいたことは労働はクソということです。そうなの？同じクソならより適性のある方を。出戻った理由なんてそんなもんです。くらいね。
Moments, and they add these like musical soundtracks that just add to the funniness of it. You know, you can have humor in a show when there's no musical background. I think is it rare for there to not be music during a humor scene? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But essentially, they also try to incorporate music that's very comical in some of the scenes that I think adds to the humor. And whoever composed the entire like Jujutsu Kaisen like soundtrack for season 1, the whole soundtrack slaps. It goes without saying that there aren't many people on this earth that probably don't enjoy music. We all enjoy music in all different forms and capacities, and it helps us get through the day, and it helps us get through life. It's a form of entertainment, but it's also a form of invoking emotion based on the way that it's expressed, and anime does a really good job of doing that. Not that, like, you know, again, like I mentioned in the beginning, that other media content, like regular live action TV shows or other cartoons don't use music, but I feel like the music in anime just goes so far and beyond. It's like some of the music that animes just have, and let me just say, not all animes have like this amazing musical composition attached to the show. And I think that some animes definitely use the music a little bit better than others. And like I mentioned today, there are quite a few, and these few that I mentioned are ridiculously popular. Like most people who watch anime are aware of all of these shows or have watched at least 1 to 2 of them on this list. I think it goes without saying that a lot of these animes wouldn't be where they are today without these musical pieces within them. And we wouldn't feel the feelings and the sentiments and the attachment that we do without this music. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed my video. We're in the month of December, so I'm hoping to crank out a little bit more content, but with the holiday season kind of here and coming around, it's been kind of hard. But I hope to see you soon. I hope you enjoyed the video again, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Check out some of my other previous videos, and yeah, I'll see you all soon. Bye!